Today, we're going to dive into one of the greatest conflicts ever told, the War of Lanka. And let me tell you, this isn't just a story about a massive battle. It's about a cosmic fight for Dharma, for the very fabric of righteousness and order in the universe.
And it all kicks off with this one simple, unshakable decision. Just picture Rama, standing at the edge of the world, looking out over the sea, the words that set an entire epic in motion. We march to Lanka.
But, before you can even think about armies clashing, there's a problem. A huge one. A challenge that would stop any normal army dead in its tracks. The vast, roaring, and completely uncrossable ocean.
So how in the world do you overcome something like that? Well, it all starts with a divine plan, a little help from the ocean god himself. Then you gather the Vanara army, an incredible force of powerful monkey warriors. We're talking millions of them, working day and night. And with the genius architect, Nala, guiding them, a bridge made of stone literally emerges from the waves. It's an absolute marvel of engineering and devotion.
Now, as Rama's army gets closer, a whole different battle is raging inside Lanka's golden walls. It's a family drama, really. You have Vibhishana, Ravana's own brother, who's begging him to see reason. Return Sita, he says, end this war. But on the other side, you've got Ravana, whose pride is just unbreakable. His answer? One single defiant word, never.
So that's it. The time for talking is over. The inevitable has arrived. This is the clash of titans, the first blood spilled on the shores of Lanka. The war begins now.
The scale of this battle is just mind-boggling. The ground itself shakes when these two armies collide. The Vanaras are so powerful they are literally hurling mountains at their enemies. And fighting back are their Rakshasas, demonic warriors shooting arrows that sound like thunder. It's pure elemental chaos. Just when it seems like the Vanaras are getting an edge, Ravana plays his trump card. He awakens his brother, the giant Kumbhakarna, from a super deep sleep. I want you to just imagine a walking mountain of pure destruction suddenly joining the fight. But even this unstoppable force has to face Rama. Rama steps onto the field, and with his divine weapons, a series of incredible arrows, he severs the giant's limbs, ending his terrifying rampage. It is a huge turning point, but a victory that came at a massive cost. Okay, so Ravana's next move is way more clever and way more terrifying. He sends in his son Indrajit, who doesn't rely on brute strength. The fight is about to become a war fought in the shadows, a war of dark magic.
See, Indrajit is a master of illusion. He can make himself completely invisible. And from the sky, unseen, he unleashes the Nagastra. These aren't just arrows, they're magical weapons that turn into venomous serpents, striking from nowhere and wrapping around their victims.
And this attack? Well, it works. It's devastatingly effective. Rama and his brother Lakshmana, the two leaders, the very heart of the army, they fall. They're bound up, unconscious, looking for all the world like they're dead. For the Vanara army, seeing their heroes go down, this is rock bottom. All hope is just gone. But then, just as despair is about to swallow everything whole, the sky opens up. The divine eagle Garuda, the sworn enemy of all snakes, swoops down from the heavens. The serpent bonds just vaporize, and Rama and Lakshmana are revived, good as new. The roar that must have gone up from the army could have probably shaken the gods themselves. The war rages on, and in a brutal one-on-one fight, Lakshmana finally defeats the sorcerer prince, Indrajit. And that loss, it breaks something inside Ravana. For just a moment, he's not the all-powerful demon king, he's a grieving father. This quote, "My son, my kingdom, all gone," it captures this flicker of humanity right before his grief hardens into pure volcanic rage. With all his generals, his brothers, and now his favorite son gone, Ravana has nothing left to lose. He himself rides out to the battlefield. This is it, the final reckoning, the duel that will decide the fate of everything, Rama versus Ravana. This is not just a fight, it's a cosmic event. The sky literally darkens, their arrows are flying like comets. Divine weapons called astras are smashing into each other in midair with world-shattering force.
And then Ravana reveals his most terrifying power. Every time Rama cuts off one of his 10 heads, it just grows right back, instantly. How do you even fight that?
The battle is at a complete stalemate. It has to be broken. That's when Rama's charioteer, Matali, leans in and gives him the most critical advice of the entire war. There's one weapon left, an ultimate weapon of unbelievable power. Use the Brahmastra, O Rama.
So Rama listens. He begins to chant the mantras, drawing back the bowstring, arming this ultimate weapon. And as he does, everything on the battlefield, the entire world just goes silent. He lets it fly. The Brahmastra, a weapon of pure cosmic energy, soars through the air. It strikes Ravana right in the chest, the one mortal spot on his body. And just like that, the Demon King is dead. The war is over.
But winning the war is one thing. Victory is never that simple. The violence has to end, and now comes the much harder part: restoring order, restoring Dharma. So Sita is rescued, but their reunion is incredibly complicated. Rama isn't just acting as her husband anymore. He's a king and a protector of Dharma. He says to her, "I fought this war to uphold Dharma. You must prove your purity." It's not because he doubts her, but because as a king, he has a public duty to make sure there's absolutely no question about the honor of his queen. So Sita, with complete faith in her own truth, does something unthinkable. She walks into a blazing fire. But the flames, they don't touch her. Instead, Agni, the god of fire himself, emerges from the pyre, presents Sita to the world, and declares for all to hear, she is pure. Her honor is now divinely proven. With that final, painful test passed, they can finally go home to their kingdom of Ayodhya. Rama is crowned king and his legendary reign begins. It's an era of perfect justice, peace, and prosperity known as Rama Rajya. The promise of a world ruled by Dharma has finally come true. It's such a timeless story of good versus evil. The war was won, the righteous king took his throne, and order was restored. But it leaves you with this really heavy question. When you think about all the sacrifice, all the loss, and all the painful trials they went through, when righteousness is finally restored, who is it that truly pays the price?